Hey, I'm breaking out the old 74 Telecaster. You might notice it's missing the 6th string. This guitar is dedicated to open G tuning, which is G, D, G, B, D. That makes a G chord. So all you have to do is hit the strings open. If you want an A, you can bar at the 2nd fret and so forth. Here's B at the 4th fret, C, D, E, F, G. Yeah. It's handy to put a capo on this tuning. You have to kind of rebuild your chord shape. So anything that you previously played, part of it might work, but not really. I mean, you have to kind of reconfigure the way you approach the guitar. You can kind of do it in a modal sense where you're gonna maybe do a scale like so if you're patient and put in the time consistently over longer periods of time, you'll come up with these different patterns and licks. So it's just kind of like a different instrument. What I was doing there was on the G string, kind of doing the do, re, mi. That's the 3rd string. I might harmonize with the 1st string, which is a D. So if you put those together, kind of pinching with my picking hand. So yeah, you're going to come up with maybe a scale. The most obvious is the minor pentatonic. No, that's major. Or you can make it a dominant 7. So you can kind of mix major pentatonic with a little bit of the dominant 7. You can spice up your scale anytime. If you took it from our lowest note, which is the 5th string, it's always that do, re, mi, do, re, mi. On the 4th or the D string, you can get your dominant 7 at the F. And the more time you spend, you start finding some really interesting things. Let's see. Well, the shape for chords, it's kind of like adding, that's like an A minor 7 type shape. Your index and middle are like on and off. My friend Herbie showed me that about, was it 78 or 79? We're still hanging out. He's still my guru. He drove a, was it a 68 powder blue Volkswagen. You can add notes to that. That's on the second string, or first string, sorry, second fret. Yikes! Here's a little harmony. Pretty easy little shape there, just a 3 and a 4 on the second and third strings. Sort of harmonized. It's kind of fun to bend the G string. You can get pretty twangy pretty quick there. And you sort of doodle around, you find things. Let's go back, let's go to the bar. Let's go to the bar. There's your 5th fret. That makes a C, and you can add that A minor 7 shape to your bar. If you're gonna rock a little bit, check this out. You can go, that's just 2 strings. Two strings or more. So when I go from that to this, it's kind of like a C to an F. But that F has a C bass note, which is fine because that's a 5th interval of F. And that blends in perfectly. Here's a pretty cool lick that I think I picked this up from a song called You Got Me Rockin'. See how I found that equivalent there? Ron Wood goes kind of really fast. Only it's probably using a slide. So what I'm doing is kind of the why rush it? No rush. So that's like double 7s, double 6s, double 5s, and then double 7s on the second and third strings. Sounds, musically correct. So if that's D, this would be E. Here's a G, A. Let me try to construct a solo using that lick. I'm gonna go. was a little rough, but I'm just kind of seeing if I can do the chord changes using one lick. And it does have a lot of harmony, even though it was kind of clumsy, klutzy, heavy-handed. You can add, so here's my D. I can add kind of a cool little escape hatch. Here's like if I want to get my dominant 7, here's a 6. 6 is too happy most of the time, but a passing tone, cool. Be nice to have a slide right now. Get the equivalent there. So I was able to visualize that weird shape. What else can you do? Not much. Well, you can kind of play standard. There's that dominant 7. So here's G, 12th fret. Kind of normal playing right there, because the 2nd, 3rd, 4th strings are the same. But if you want your high root, you gotta kind of reach for it. Or I gotta say, this guitar is kind of a mule. It's kind of stubborn, but yeah, somebody changed the radius of the fingerboard so it's extra flat, and it just these would have that vintage 7 1/4 radius, so it's pretty round, which gets in the way of when you bend. It chokes out the notes, but otherwise you're kind of comfortable to play. Somebody flattened it, put on new stainless steel frets, then proceeded to wear them down in the most brutal fashion possible. We were able to do a recrown on this guitar, so the frets are more flat, but or level, but they're too small, so it's really, you're fighting all this messed up stuff, which it's kind of painful. But when you're playing live, you just like kind of grind through that. Very stiff. There you can play like a normal. Until you get there, but 3 strings. So you can kind of do the normal business, but now if you bring in the 1st string, I realize this is a lot of information, but if you want to do like Johnny Be Good, you're going to get a dominant 7. So that is not like Johnny Be Good. You have to make a power chord shape. But if you take off that ring finger, just play it as it would appear for a Chuck Berry kind of approach, you get the kind of cool dominant 7 sound. So you can go check this out. Just play it normal and get that easy dominant 7. Oops. You can hear how tense that is. I'm really working to bend these strings because it's just a stubborn old guitar. And, if it played really easy, that'd be too easy. I like to kind of fight it a little bit. So this thing's pretty gnarly. 74. You might remember when I first got this guitar in my house, I took it out of the case and plugged it in and tuned it up, and I was looking at it. I go, I bet this is a 74. And then I was looking it over, and I don't know if I took the neck off to look at the date, and there was no date in the heel of it. And then I looked here and found the serial number. I'm like, all right, let's look it up. And it was a 74. That's kind of wild. Something about, I don't know how I knew that. I think I had a 74 Tele, but how would you know? It could be a 73, a 75. I don't know, but if 75 would have had the 3-bolt plate, which is not great. So luckily it's got the 4-bolt. Maybe that was a clue. I don't know. Just a wild guess, but that's how I live. All right, so this has got the 5 saddles. 6 saddles, but minus 1. And so, I use this in my Stones cover band, and we'll see how it goes. We're playing Saturday in Cedar Falls, Iowa, some festival or something, about 3 p.m. Hopefully it's not like 900 degrees. All right, I might use that Vox and plus one other amp. In case one dies, I'll bring that AC30 just to see if I can carry it. All right, let's do some rocking, man. Keep practicing. Thank you.